Hey everyone, welcome back to the sunny side. I'm Sonny, and today I'm going to tell you guys why everyone, except me, because you know I love everybody, hates Pisces. And truthfully, it's really not that difficult to do. Okay, first things first, I created a Patreon account and a PayPal donation button for everyone who wants to help support the channel. Every little bit helps, and of course, I super appreciate all of it, and in the truest sense, I really wouldn't be here without all of you. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, leave them on the weekend love horoscopes so that everyone on the SunnySide community here has a chance to respond and give their 2 cents, because really it's a community here and everyone has a lot to offer, and I have a bit to learn from all of you as well. Alright, let's get down to it. So you guys know the action already. There are a bunch of websites that are putting these things up, and a whole bunch of astrology videos are coming up with some these kind of listings. So I'm just going to give my 2 cents on things, and there's some good ones, some bad ones, and I'm pretty sure we can all guess why most people would say that they hate Pisces, and it may or may not be true, but let's get down to it. So this is from the mindsjournal.com, and they say, yeah, it's right here, the Pisces, why everyone hates Pisces. They're never on time, they're spaced out. Pisces have no concept of time, and subsequently they end up making people wait a lot, which gets really tiring really fast. They always seem half asleep because they're always lost in their own world, and when you interrupt their daydreams, they come crashing back to reality, which they don't want to deal with. Okay, does everyone really think that's why we hate Pisces? Really? Because they're late? Okay, how about Taurus is late? You know, oh, would you take my time, Sonny? Or how about like Libra's late because like they didn't even show up? All right, they'd phone though. Libra would phone. All right, how about like Aries is so early, they left early before you showed up. It happens so often. Alright? Or how about like Cancer's late because like, well, you know, I wasn't sure. I'm like, or you know, we have to stop. Or like, how about, nobody hates Pisces because they're late. And to be quite honest, Pisces really isn't that late. Gotta be honest. Pisces is kind of an on-sign sign. Alright, what don't they say? Alright. They say Pisces seems half asleep because they're always lost in their own world. Alright, these are all myths about Pisces, you know? Pisces is a seriously romantic dreamer. And that's a really good thing. They're one of our most romantic signs. And it goes, you know, when that gets a little too far, that's one of the reasons why people dislike Pisces. Okay? It's not because they're dreamers. You guys think dreaming is a bad idea? You guys think Einstein would have created all his shit if he like wasn't able to dream? You think Aquarius Aquarius can come up with their brilliant insights without the ability to connect unseen dots? You know, this is a beautiful thing. Do you think Cancer would be have their super intuitive, super psychic abilities if they weren't able to envision to see things intuitively and to feel things as like other people see them? You know, like, this is a really good thing. Alright, so that's nonsense. Pisces is not half asleep all the time, and they are not lost in their own world. Yeah, I'm gonna say it again, and you guys know, I know you guys don't want to hear it, but yeah, Pisces does rage against sobriety. All of the water signs have addictive tendencies. You know, all of the water signs can get lost in drugs and alcohol, and they do. You know, so if you have a Pisces, you got to keep her away from that kind of stuff, because she's gonna drink all the wine in the house, and she's gonna be really loving and super cool. You know, afterwards, and you guys are gonna have a jiggy fun time. Nobody gonna remember it, but you guys are gonna have a lot of fun. All right. So keep that in mind. That's an important thing. But obviously nobody hates Pisces because they like to hit the bottle. Okay, so that's the thing. Alright, what else is going on? Okay, it doesn't say this here, but you know, when that has to do a little bit with Pisces, can be a bit irresponsible. And you know, anyways, none of that's the problem, alright? Okay, so many I hear so much nonsense about so much nonsense. Alright? There is some truth to it. But okay, Pisces is the biggest flake of the zodiac. You know, they're the least likely to lock in and stay locked in. They are the most flighty sign of the zodiac. They are the most attracted to shiny objects. So, but like every other sign, you know, not every other sign, but like some of the signs, you know, if you shine bright enough and consistently enough, you will attract your Pisces, and she will definitely stay in with your cool. But you have to shine. And a lot of people get upset at some of the signs. They get upset at Pisces for hitting the flake because they're not shining, and Pisces hits the amps great for a brighter target. You know, I don't think that's Pisces' fault. You know, just because you don't shine very brightly doesn't mean that you should get mad at hot little Pisces for hitting the boogie. You know, she's a curious sign. You know, Pisces is attracted to things that are like bright, you know, things that are interesting. Not in the way Libra is attracted to interesting things. You know, Libra is cerebral. Pisces is intellectual and emotional. So they swim up to the shiny thing. They're like, oh man, that's shiny. Brain, let's go. And then they like get to it. As they approach it, you know, Pisces is submerged in the water. They're immersed in this energy at all times. And as they approach it, they start to feel the vibe. And if they like what they're feeling, they're going to get closer and they're going to get closer and they're going to check it out. So Pisces uses their brains, they use their psychic vision, and they use their intuitive feelings, you know? And that's what it is. And if you can't resonate with all that jiggy cool, then you're on the out, my friend. And you should not get mad at your twin fish because you do not shine on every single level. They're the 12th house of the Zodiac. If you want to be jiggy cool with the 12th house of the Zodiac, you got to bring heavy game. And I'm not talking like argue with the innocent number one, you know. I'm not talking about button heads with Aries. I'm not talking about, you know, snuggling in with Cancer. I'm not talking about being shiny and pride with Leo. I'm not talking about being interesting for Aquarius. I'm talking about you got to bring 12 houses of hard game to keep that Pisces. It's that difficult. They say Pisces is the most elusive sign of the Zodiac. They say Pisces is the hardest sign to nail down. They say Pisces is the most misunderstood sign. They say Pisces is blah. They say Pisces is blah. They say Pisces is blah. But all it means is they are the most complete sign of the Zodiac. And to hold the interest of a Pisces, you have to have complete and extremely tight, very, very big game. One of the final cards in the tarot is the World. And now the World does not represent Pisces, all right? The Moon represents Pisces in the tarot, and that's a different kind of thing altogether. But the World is completion, and it's the end of the story, and the entire world is your oyster, so to speak. And that is what Pisces is attracted to. You have to be shiny, you have to be complete, and one more thing, all right? And this is what pisses everybody off about Pisces. More than any other sign, Pisces supports the underdog, right? Pisces is everything, right? They're mutable, they're changeable. So try and tie them down. You can't like go, grab them. Stupid are you? Like, you gotta like, okay? Don't try and grab your fish. Shine, and the fish will come to you. Okay, you guys got that? You should know this. All right. But here's the thing. What attracts Pisces? Pisces is, okay, so Pisces, everybody should know. Pisces is one of the most spiritual signs, you know? They were originally ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is spirituality, okay? Sagittarius and Pisces are most spiritual signs, okay? And Pisces is romantic, Pisces is spiritual. So Pisces has it inside, you know? Pisces is one of the biggest natural healers of the Zodiac, and more than any other sign, Pisces wants to help you get from the moon, from the darkness to the complete wheel of fortune in the tarot. That's how it works. Pisces is okay? Aquarius, the way out of the darkness, okay? Then we go to Pisces, which wants to, if you don't make it out of Pisces, Aquarius shows us the way. Pisces grabs you and brings you forward into the 12th house of completion. That's what they want to do. That's what they're here for, okay? Pisces heals you. That's what they do, okay? So again, they want to take you from the darkness of the moon to the completion of the wheel of fortune. And so as a result, Pisces super supports the underdog. Pisces super nurturing, but not Cancer nurturing. That's different. Cancer is like super nurturing. Pisces is super healing. They help people. They like heroes who are down on their luck, right? Pisces does not like losers, you know? A lot of the signs like losers, okay? Pisces does not want a loser. They want a superhero down on their luck. Not everybody can make it to the Wheel of Fortune. Not everybody can make it to the 12th house of the Zodiac. Not everybody's going to survive this journey. So many, you know, not everybody's going to make it. But if you can, if you've got gas, Pisces is going to help you. And this is where things go astray. This is the problem. Problem is, in astrology, everybody knows this. If you have something like, say you have Mars in Pisces, you are one dogmatic person. You always think you're right. You always think you know the way. You always think, blah, 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 blah. This is the way it is. And unlike any other sign, Pisces does not listen. If you say anything, like anything, and I'm not just seeing, right? Saying, Pisces is psychic. If you could go like, you know how Libra goes like, right? If you do something like that, or Cancer goes, right? Or it's like Scorpio just, if you do something like, if you do anything silly like that, Pisces is gone. Pisces will not debate you. Pisces will not question anything. Pisces is hearing a higher calling. Why are they going to listen to your idiot ass when Pisces is hearing voices and listening to them? And double why are they listening to you when they're here to, they think they're here to help you. And by my friends, Pisces are here to help you. If you see a Pisces, if a Pisces swims up to you, and it means you are one shiny person and you are down on your luck. You've seen it over and over and over and over again. And so Pisces is trying to help you, right? Don't throw too many stones at them because, you know, they're like a healing sign and they see trauma that you might not see. Now, this is where things get freaking annoying. Not everybody needs to be healed. Okay? Sometimes in your journey, you have to walk around and bleed a little so that you can get to where you got to go. Sometimes you have to have a little bit of this and you got to jar some action to make something happen. You know, not everything in astrology is a trine. You know, I just watched this website which is going like to all these relationship things and they're all trines. Trine is flowing energy, okay? That doesn't do anything in astrology. Squares, action, motivation, you know, sometimes it's not good, all right? Certain when the big planets square each other and they move, you know, transits in effect, you know, transiting energy. But, you know, we're talking static, you know, we're talking a static energy here. Motivation is a different thing. So sometimes when Pisces senses that some kind of thing going on, they're gonna, you know, but it's not right, you know, Pisces. People don't like you. Everybody hates Pisces because Pisces likes to swim up and try and heal people. They're always putting their 2 cents in and they're always going blah, blah, and blah, blah, blah. And like seriously, very seriously, you need to be told that you're blah, blah, and blah. No, you know, nobody, again, I'll say it again, nobody likes to constantly fight in Aries. Who in the hell likes to hear, oh man, I know where you are. I know, I've been where you are. I've been where you, really? Really? Seriously? I doubt that. Oh, maybe you are a drunk Pisces, you know? Maybe you are a drug addict, but I'm not. You know, so I don't know how you think you know where you know, nobody wants to hear that. You know, but that's what Pisces says. You know? What else? If Pisces will not stay in and they will not listen. So the 2 number 1 things, and you know, I can harp on and on and on and on about this. All right, everybody be cool. So that's the action, and I can go on and on and on about it. All of this stuff is definitely true, but so what? Everybody's like that to some degree. But Pisces, the real reason everybody hates Pisces is 1, they do not listen, and 2, they're always trying to come up and heal you when you're not broken. If it ain't broken, don't try and fix it, Pisces. What's your problem, you know? Seriously, you can't just let things alone. And the thing is, Pisces, you know how Aries just walks up and tries to start an argument because like that's how they communicate, you know, they do their thing like this, or like some of the other signs do their thing like this. Pisces' thing is to heal you, and the only way they can heal you is by thinking there's something wrong with you, and that sucks. Nobody wants to hear that something's wrong with them, you know, even if something is wrong with them, nobody wants to hear it all the time. But that's Pisces' game, you know, that's their move. Okay, so I'll say it again. Pisces is attracted to shiny and highly complete superheroes who are down on their luck. So if Pisces is into you, man, you're a superhero. That is a heavy-duty thing. But if Pisces is into you, you're probably down on your luck, okay? So like, it's very easy to pull a Pisces, whether you realize it or not. You just gotta be a superhero down on your luck. Now, say you're not. Say you're just shiny, right? And you're hanging out and you're being aloof and you're being cool or you're a little sad or bummed out or something. And a Pisces walks up to you and they're gonna like, you may not even be down on your luck, you know, you might be super cool. Pisces comes up to you and their game, Pisces' go-to game is to try and heal you, whether anything's wrong with you or not. And my friends, that's freaking annoying. You know? Holy jeez, that bugs the hell out of me. You know? I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Straight up. And that, guys, is why everybody hates Pisces. I think Pisces... I'm a Scorpio. I obviously think Pisces is beautiful. Obviously, I like Pisces. You know? And like... But like, man, that thing bugs me. Alright? Sonny, I feel your pain. I've been there. Thanks for coming out. From the SunnySide.net, I'm Sonny. Wishing everyone there, wishing all Pisces the best of the beautiful week. Go buy some Band-Aids and make friends. And I'll see you soon.